Monkeypox patient's disturbing selfies reveal how the lesions took over his face. And the craziest thing about this whole monkeypox thing is like how fast it seems to really take over the person's body, right? For those that are like seeing this, right? Like it's really fast. From July 11th to July 24th, basically, it went full blast onto his face. You could say like a facial. So, a Texas man diagnosed with monkeypox had shared a series of shocking selfies documenting how his painful symptoms developed. Gay porn star Silver Steel posted a timeline composite image to his Instagram account on August 4th, consisting of 9 photos taken on different days in order to highlight how horrific lesions changed shape and size on his face. Now, here's the thing, right? It has been said that it is more likely for individuals who are engaging in male on male actions as basically more likely to get this sort of thing. And not just that, but like having a lot of random hookups, basically. So, my goal with this is not to gross anyone out, but to educate. Still caption the queasy composite upload. Not everyone displays symptoms the exact same way, but I've been told by more than one professional that my case is a clinically perfect example and is being used in CDC demonstrations and medical journals. The Houston based performer says he first noticed blisters breaking out on his chin on July 11th, initially believing the bumps to be razor burn. Although honestly, they look nothing like razor burn. However, he soon realized he had contracted monkeypox when the lesions began to grow bigger and take on a yellowish tinge. And honestly, like getting that like basically on the chin, like right underneath the lower lip, which is where this guy had it, is pretty crazy, right? Like it's really crazy. And it looks so disturbing too, right? Like at first, only the very first July 11th selfie, it doesn't really look that crazy. Kind of looks like maybe a little bit of some pimples, right? July 15th still kind of looks like pimples, maybe like boils, but then July 18th, it looks like there's like eyes looking at you. Like it's so creepy. July 2011th looks even worse. July 22nd looks like they're like rotting. July 24th looks like they're just basically like bleeding in a sense, right? And then July 26th is like they're like transforming. July 30th looks a lot better, and then August 1st looks a lot better. Da-da-da-da. So Steele spent 3 weeks with the agonizing blisters on his chin, documenting how they became larger day by day. The composite shows the lesions were at their worst about 11 days after they first surfaced on his skin. It also shows that it took more than 3 weeks for the symptoms to completely subside. So, monkeypox was declared a public health emergency in the United States earlier this month after it spread across the country following an outbreak in Europe this spring. And at present, the virus is primarily impacting gay and bisexual men, who account for about 98% of the patients, according to NYU biologist Joseph Osmundson. In the comment section of his post, Steele revealed the pain was so bad, at peak of his monkeypox battle, he was prescribed Vicodin. That is scary as can be, because so many people can easily get hooked onto Vicodin. He also added that he attempted to do contact tracing, but still isn't sure exactly when or from whom he contracted the virus. Now, the problem is, right, is like due to his line of work alone, right? The potential ways that he might have gotten it is immense. Like, that's the reality of his situation, right? So these lesions can be very painful. Others have them on their genitals. Oh my god. Like, imagine having these things on your genitals. Like, oh. Or the anorectal area, making going to the bathroom excruciating. Oh my god, imagine if you had that, like, at your butt, at your butthole. Like that, it would be so crazy. He further explained, if you know someone suffering from this, reach out and check on them because they may be feeling really alone. A kind word goes a long way. Like, if you're dealing with this, I hope you're doing okay because this just sounds like a horrible experience. The actor, which, I mean, are you an actor if you're like an adult film star? I don't really know. So this is a droplet virus, so it spreads by kissing, sharing drinks, or even touching someone who has lesion blisters on their skin. Use lots of hand sanitizer, wave hello instead of hugs and kisses, and be cautious at crowded events, especially ones where people are sweating. Except for the thing is, if you end up doing dirty things with other people, like, being sanitized isn't really going to do much, right? So, porn fans praised the brave star for going public, with one stating, "So proud of you for sharing this vulnerable experience. I'm glad you are on the mend. You've done amazing work spreading the word and educating people." Steele has since been cleared of the virus and hopes to have minimal scarring left on his face. He has since received a monkeypox vaccine and is encouraging other gay and bisexual men to do so as well. Monkeypox outbreak, where the U.S. stands now. So, health agencies in the U.S. have counted at least 11,700 cases of suspected monkeypox, with another 1,000 cases expected to be added next week, according to the epidemiological forecasters. Among the nation's illness epicenters, New York City is battling more than 2,295 cases following an outbreak in June, and at the same time, the World Health Organization is reporting over 36,000 cases of the disease. Exactly how and why the once rare and unusual virus has cropped up and subsequently spread across the continents remain a mystery. Dr. John White, Chief Medical Officer of WebMD, told the Post that doctors are still learning about it, but reassured patients of their worst fears. "We haven't known the current outbreak to be fatal, and that's a good thing," White said. And I agree. You don't want anyone to end up, passing away from this sort of thing. The thing is, though, right? If you're straight, if you're a chick that is not necessarily dating a guy that's on the down low, you are most likely never really going to have to deal with this as of now, right? So if you fit in those categories, you pretty much don't really got to worry about this, right? But it is good to know that something like this is going on and what it looks like. So you could just be safe if you end up seeing something like this around. Like, if you see this on someone's face or on their arm or whatever, you could be like, "Hey, nah, we shouldn't be exchanging fluids, I guess, or like getting too close because who knows, I guess." I wonder if there's any comments on this one. Yeah, oh, a lot of comments. Oh my lord. A lot. And yet he lives. The WHO can gift, I guess. This is not a global health emergency, I agree. Well, he should not have been going down on that monkey. There now is another DB on here. Rats, updated mice, no more DB. DB, I don't even know what DB is. We're going to change the name from Monkey POS because it's stigmatizing. We're not going to classify it any longer as an STI because it's stigmatizing. But one look tells you all you need to know. Early symptoms include the feeling of a sweaty nutsack resting on your chin. Oh, big deal and boo-hoo, they cut the pox, the body's immune system fought it, and they recovered in short order. If they knock it off, with putting their masks where they don't belong and quit forming foaming beef and arena choo-choo trains, they wouldn't get that bug at all. Interesting. It took balls to post those pics and to get those pics. Dear Lord. If you think that's bad, just imagine what his other end looks like. Well, I think it's only on his face. I mean, hopefully he doesn't have it anywhere else. Dear Lord. Wonder why around his mouth could he have no way right. Reminds me of an octopus tentacle suckers. You know what? That does kind of remind me of what it looks like. Took the media a long time to show the real images, blah 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 blah. He also added that he attempted to do contact tracing, but still isn't sure exactly when or from whom he contracted the virus. And this person put too many people to keep track. Looks pretty bad, but he survived. I would recommend that he gets into a different line of work. The thing is, though, right? I remember watching a documentary about the film industry of the adult kind. Like, and this was like a true documentary. And a lot of what you would say, I guess, straight guys would actually go down that route because the money was just so good. Like, I think if you were to go into the straight side, you would maybe make $500 per scene or maybe like $1,000 per scene. But if you were to do like a man on man scene, you might make like 8 to 10 times that amount, right? Based off the documentary. So it might be a situation where like the money might just be too good for him to pass up, right? Which then you gotta really like, ask yourself, is the money even worth it? This is a droplet virus that is spread by kissing, sharing drinks, or even touching someone who has lesions and blisters on their skin. Yeah. Dot 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 dot. There's one other way it spreads, cupcake. Take a wild stab at it. Dot 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 dot, so to speak. Hmm. Let's see. 35,000 new cases of AIDS a year and their medicine paid for by taxpayers make them pay for their own bad behavior and the problem will fix itself. They could give a monkey's uncle about their fellow gays, the most hedonistic people on earth. Interesting comment. Gross. Maybe become a vegetarian. Just ordered a pizza, extra pepperoni. Let's see. Shouldn't have done the dunk a dunk with those 15 guys. I wonder how he caught it. Maybe a lollipop explosion. Avoid having someone putting their wiener between your buns. Chance of pox greatly reduced. Which is technically true. So, feel free to give your thoughts on this. Like, I don't have any really, like, any personal views on this whole situation. Other than, like, try not to have a lot of intercourse with people that you don't necessarily know too well, because if you're in that community and you're having a lot of anonymous, I guess, fun time, you're just increasing the risk for not really much gain, right? So just be careful out there. Like, I don't want anyone to end up like suffering from anything, right? I want people to all be doing good, right? Regardless of who you are. So to see someone suffering from this still sucks to see, right? I mean, like, imagine if you just saw like a random person walking around with this stuff on their face. Like, that would suck, right? You'd feel bad as like just a normal other human being. But either way, just be careful. Don't sleep around with people you don't know. Like, like seriously, just sleep with people that you actually know, and you could avoid probably all this if you're in that community. And if you're straight, or if you're a girl that is dating a guy, and you know for sure that they're basically not on the down low, because you could probably tell whether or not they're sleeping around with guys, you're probably going to be safe.